What's going on, guys? It's Mike over here at Monroe Hill Farm. Today we're going to be working out in the raised beds, going ahead and get these guys ready for some vegetables, and show you how we do on our farm as far as making sure we're using all the space that's available in these beds to the best that we can. So come along with us. Let's go check these things out. Came outside the other day and realized, I'm going to show you up top here, that the pecan trees are in bud, which means the frost is out of here. So at least that's what I believe. So let's go check these things out, guys. Come along with us as we show you what we do around here to help in our raised beds to give us the most valuable space we can use. Let's go check it out. Little disclaimer, guys, this is not my idea by any means. Kind of found this from another YouTube channel that I follow on YouTube called Roots and Refuge out of Arkansas. Her name's Jess. So got this idea from her. In case you don't know about her or whatever, I'm going to show you how they did it on their farm that we're gonna take use of here on ours. But definitely go check her channel out. I'll put a link to it up here at the top in the cards, as well as down below to her channel. So I definitely recommend, if you're a gardener and you're wanting to get into gardening, I'd go check her channel out, because she's very intuitive in letting you know how to do different things with different vegetables, especially tomatoes. If you guys want to do tomatoes, check her out, because she's going to show you everything there is to know about them. But anyway, guys, let's get to building this thing, and we'll show you how we're going to do it here on our farm.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side.
And that's it, guys. You literally just drive 2 T-posts. I'll do a close-up here in a minute, but drive 2 T-posts about a foot off the bed. Curl your cattle panel up on it, and then zip tie it. That's it. So I'm fixing to zip tie these, and I'll go ahead and build the rest of them I've got, and we should be good. So that's it, guys. You basically create a hoop over your raised beds, and I'm going to do that, all the way down. It'll hoop all the way. So the only difference you want to do with planting is you want to plant your vegetables on the inside, as you can see, the inside of this hoop, so that they'll grow up here. So do that with your, I've got tomatoes on this side, and I've got snap peas on this side. So the snap peas should grow up this, the tomatoes are going to grow up this, and it will not grow through my bed. So it's going to allow me to keep all this additional space right here. And same thing on this bed. All this additional space has been given to me by doing these. So I'm going to build the rest of these things and get it all the way across this bed. But literally all you're doing is coming off. You can see I've come off of this about a foot or so. Go ahead and drive you a T-post in the ground on this side. Do the same thing over here. Come off of the edge of your board about a foot or so. Drive your T-post in, and then you're just going to lean the cattle panel up against this one, flex it over to that one, and then just put your zip ties on there to hold the actual cattle panel to your T-post. Just to give you an idea of head clearance, like how big does this hoop go up? I'm 6'2", so as you can see, at 6'2", I still got 3 or 4 inches, maybe even 5 inches. So the head clearance on this thing is pretty big. It's not bad at all. It's a 16-foot cattle panel, so you want to make sure you use 16 foot. If you go with anything shorter, obviously it's going to bring down the top of this thing down pretty significantly, because I think the next step they go is either a 12 or a 10. So definitely go 16 or bigger, 16, 18, whatever you can get your hands on that's at least 16. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get the rest of these built, kind of let you guys watch as I go along, and we'll go from there. This is the not so good part of what I've done. I got to come in here now because you can see where this next cattle panel meets up to where my 2 beds are. I kind of wish now I would have made this one long bed instead of having this in the middle, but it is what it is. I'm going to take a metal grinder and just grind off all this row so that it'll meet up flush with that. So I'll go get my grinder because I've got to do that all the way around until I get to that side. So we'll get the grinder out and do that. I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to do the same thing in this bed once it gets down to the end, but we'll see how it all lays out. Guys, if you end up having to grind these things and make them, shorter or, not as long or not as wide or whatever, make sure that you take it down to do that. Don't grind this thing while it's up like that. You've got tension on it. So as soon as you start releasing and cutting some of those, bar links, that thing's just going to pop open on you. So, don't want anybody out there getting injured. So make sure you pull it down before you do any of the grinding. And there we go. So now we'll get this one zip tied and go ahead and do the other side. And like I said, I'm probably gonna have to cut another one, but that's okay. It's part of doing things, you gotta adjust as you go. So let's get these together. And there it is, guys. So there's one section done. As you can see, we walked through this. That's what you're going to get. So the only thing you do have to remember is obviously some of these things aren't going to naturally grow up this, so you are going to have to train them. You're going to have to tie off your tomato plants. You're going to have to tie off your tomato plants to it and just keep tying it as it gets bigger. These will naturally, the peas and beans and things like that will naturally grab a hold of it, but you just want to train it over to it. And same thing, I'd walk it up, so it's not trying to grow this way or it's not trying to grow this way. I would train it growing up this. So this will work for tons of different vegetables, guys. Anything that binds or, wants to grow upright, I would definitely go about doing it this way. What our plan is currently, I've got these 2 beds over there. I'm going to build 2 more beds on the opposite side of that and have another set of hoops going across those beds. So, we'll basically have these, as well as those that we can grow upright. And then in these open spaces, like I said, it frees up every bit of this for me to grow something different. Same thing on this side. I mean, you can see how much space that actually is going to save in our garden. And me being on the land I'm on with the minimal farming space, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, it's obvious why you'd want to go about, you know, growing your vegetables upright instead of throughout your bed. So, you know, that's how you do it, guys. It's really not that hard. Like I said, it's 16 foot cattle panels. You're just going to use sun resistant zip ties. You know, I think we bought this little bag of zip ties at Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere like that. I mean, they're super cheap. Just make sure they are sun resistant. And then we used 5.5 foot T-post, and that's it. So make sure when you drive your T-post in that you are getting all the way into the dirt underneath your soil or your compost. You do want to make sure that you're driving that thing deep enough down into there to where you're actually grabbing soil, the natural soil, so it's hard and it'll grab a hold of that T-post. So that's it, guys. That's round one of completion to our raised bed improvements. We're gonna get these other beds built on the other side. You know, I'll put some more of these cattle panels up on that. I'm not gonna do another video on it. Kind of no point. You guys see how this is done. The next video will probably be some planting in this vegetable garden, as well as getting water down here. I want to be able to have a spigot down here and all these beds be on some kind of drip irrigation or something like that. So we'll see where that goes here in the next couple of weeks, and how we're going to do that. So I got to kind of lay it out and plan it. But guys, thanks for watching. I certainly appreciate you guys, you know, checking into my channel. Some of the subscribers that have subscribed, thank you guys. I appreciate it more than you know. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know, hit that bell notification. Anytime I post a new video, it's going to come out to you guys and let you guys know, you know, that I've got something new here going on the farm. So guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Later.